So we're not here talking to you guys because we think you're the only problem. Granted, you love to text and all that kind of stuff and be connected, but this is a universal issue. This affects all ages. It's really tough for you guys, especially if you're a non-driver or a new driver, to talk to a parent or even an older sibling about something that they believe they can do better than you.
Well, I started the program to be proactive. I saw what parents and faculty were doing when they're dropping off their kids at my kids' school, and I thought if I could put together an awareness message that would reach them to the point that they would care enough about it, it would keep my family that I love safe, it would keep the people I care about in my community safe, and then 3 months after we started the program, it became very, very personal when my own daughter, who was 8 at the time, was injured by a distracted driver. When your own child is harmed and you weren't able to stop it from happening, it does change you.
My daughter was in that car. Now, long story short, my daughter did survive that crash, but not without injury. Raise your hand if you know what PTSD stands for. Good stuff. Tim Bailey, the firefighter, is going to be talking to you a little bit later about post-traumatic stress disorder. When he's talking about that,
if we didn't hear real examples, we probably wouldn't have believed it. It's just another adult trying to tell us what to do. But when we see people that are our age that have actually died from, driving while distracted, then it really showed us that it does happen and it's not that uncommon.
To show a teen how damaging it can be, show what happened to another teen. When they talked about a fellow 16-year-old or a fellow 18-year-old who ended up dying, that hit me more than the truck driver, right? Because I'm thinking I'm at that age, that could have been me.
You have to try and reach a generation that's already being talked at a lot. So I do a lot of research and I try and pull together stories, both that are on the internet as well as our own, and videos that all work together to ultimately give them the reality of what's actually going on out there and how it's relating to them and their generation.
You're young, you're fit, you're healthy. For the most part, you're bright. You have a lot to learn. Don't worry, I was in your shoes once. But who wants to live the rest of their life with the memory that they took the life of a loved one or a family friend or somebody they didn't even know?
Here's some distracted walkers on the same day, one fellow in Ontario and one in Alberta, chose to walk on a railway. And they were so distracted with what was plugged into their ears that they didn't hear the trains coming. When you get near a train, you can feel them. And these guys took their defenses away to such an extent that they didn't see or hear or feel or anything. And they paid the result. I'll tell you right now, you do not want to see a body after a train's hit it.
The risk isn't worth it. Whatever it is that you think might be more important than paying attention to driving, it's simply not worth it.